to the relay station. Tech Priest, I need a status report.
Monastery has been inactive.
I have found the remains of an Imperial squad. They have been massacred.
Possibly of a hostile incursion, increased by 85.7%.
This must be the welcoming committee.
Loading.
I've been expecting you, monkey. I hope you'll be a worthy challenge for me, unlike your predecessor. He was quite a disappointment. Enough! You are a mockery of a warrior, a creature of a lesser race. Killing you would be only a waste of my precious time. You'll perish soon anyway.
What was that, Inquisitor? What is a Drukhari? I don't recall meeting any of them.
You are lucky. It's likely you would not have survived the encounter. They are the Dark Elder.
When I was a child, Grexus told some disturbing stories about them. Ruthless pirates preying on the Imperium, right?
They are not simple pirates, and they are worse than ruthless. The Dark Elder are the forsaken kindred of the Craftworld Elder. They revel in enslavement and torture. They are cunning and sadistic,
And now, they are here.
But to what end? The cogitators could grant me some insight into the situation.
Access denied to the central archives from this cogitator. Proceed to the data vault, Inquisitor.
Good idea.
This station is categorized as the main communications conduit from the system to the rest of the sector. The data vault must contain all the astropathic messages that were swallowed by the Great Epsilon warp surges. The presence of Drukhari explains the lack of any sign of assault on the station. The Xenos must be using the webway to strike swiftly from their portals and retreat immediately.
I shall remind you that the existence of the webway is an information privy to the Imperium.
Correct. Remember that we are the Xenorite, specializing in research into Xenos relics in the sector. We have extensive knowledge of the interdimensional labyrinth known as the webway.
So I could use your expertise on Drukhari, I suppose.
Preparations in progress. Injecting memory stimulants into the tertiary amyloid as we speak.
Loading! Inquisitorial retinue that disappeared in the system. This was clearly the work of the Dark Elder.
That's one mystery solved. I wonder what happened to his ship and the crew, though.
They might be enjoying the famous Dark Elder hospitality.
With all due respect, you always seem to find a way to presume the worst.
That's what makes it.
Retrieval charts confirm your assumption. Alpha-grade tech heresy. The fact that it has been executed by Xenos race is an aggravating circumstance.
They massacred an entire void station.
Another aggravating circumstance. Suggested approach. Investigate the human remains.
Yes, I was planning to do that anyway. They must be the corpses of the local astropaths. New audio log. Relay station has been cleared. I'm heading back to the ship now. We know that the Dark Elder infiltrated the system, which could explain the silence and the apparent desolation. I will continue my investigation with this conclusion in mind. Tech Priest, did your sacred contraptions locate any life signals in our vicinity?
Negative. Sensors failed to detect significant void traffic or any considerable proof of life. No Vox transmissions in the area, except for an automated broadcast signal on the Astra Militarum channels. It is originating from an Astra Militarum command post. Standard procedures, Inquisitor?
No. Use the rogue trader identification psalms for now. The Dark Elder usually don't employ human mercenaries. Something is going on. Perhaps a surprise visit will clear the fog.
approaching an Astromalarian base on a world that has been cut off from the Imperium for decades. I must call your attention to the potential consequences of the extended lack of strict military supervision.
My task is to shed light on what happened in the system. If they try to hinder me, I'll make...
That's what I was talking about. Look at these disgraceful buffoons. Shabby formation, unknown insignia, evident lack of discipline, no senior officer in sight.
When morale sinks low, depravity and laziness sets in. Attention, guardsmen! Inquisitor taking command. You were right, Lord. They were imposters, ready to spit on Imperial.
What scum? A disgrace to the uniform of their venerable ancestors. Using the word commander. But this lowlife must have been the closest to what they call a leader down here.
I agree. Let's see what his personal possessions tell us.
Inquisitor, your location is close to a Vox station. Suggested course of action. Search the transmission logs.
I'm quite busy down here, Tech Priest. But yes, that is a good idea. Transmission logs.
Standing by to analyze in-loaded data.
They finished clearing out the base.
Treacherous Imperial Guard, serving the Dark Elder. The taint runs deep in this subsector.
It's hardly surprising. The warp surges have left entire systems abandoned for too long, far from the light of the Emperor. On the other hand, this is new. The Dark Elder systematically corrupting entire systems for decades? The Conclave has to know about this.
You need to purge this system thoroughly and without mercy, and you cannot trust anyone here anymore.
Inquisitor, during your current deployment, an urgent message was received on the Ecclesiarchy Vox channel. Authorization psalms are valid.
Let me see it.
This is Cardinal Julius Bedivere speaking. I have been informed about the arrival of your vessel and your attempts to establish connection with Imperial authorities. By the powers vested upon me by the Holy Synod, I am asking you to help my diocese. I am currently residing in the Cathedral of Basilica Aurealis, trying to fight the encroaching darkness with my most devout followers and the powers of prayer. Whoever you are, you must be the torchbearer sent by the glorious God Emperor to release us. In the name of Saint Enoch the Sufferer, help us.
The message seems genuine. After the recent events, though, I cannot trust any Imperial authorities in this system. We have already found evidence of the machinations of the Dark Elder and the treachery of Imperial troops.
For your information, the voice analysis unit in this body detected atypical vocal fluctuations in the last sentence. Data check. The Caligari Registry of Saintly Deeds lists one Enoch the Sufferer, who was betrayed by his most trusted followers.
Clever thinking, Tech Priest. This could be a hidden warning. Recalibrate the teleportarium. I want to avoid the main entrance where they will likely be waiting for me. Take me to an abandoned section of the cathedral.
Inquisitor, reconnaissance rituals indicate a hostile activity in the chambers adjacent to the entrance.
Your hunch was right, Tech Priest. This is indeed.
Army patrol detected in the vicinity. Contact is imminent.
They must have been expecting me to come from the other direction. plot thickens, Captain. Did the sensors pick up any other void craft in this segment?
No, Inquisitor. What is it?
These worthless rebels are betraying their kind for the Dark Elder, as I suspected. But they know details about my investigation, which baffles me. How could they know?
I have no idea, Inquisitor. We are all alone out here.
Rest assured, the perpetrators will pay for this in blood. The machinations of the foul Drukhari cannot be left unpunished.
calculations, you reach the coordinates where the Cardinal's transmission originated.
I've just found the Cardinal, Tech Priest, and his guards. This information is redundant.
I beg for your remission, Inquisitor. Redundancy is a sin.
Most sincere gratitude, Inquisitor. By the grace of the Emperor, you have deciphered my warning.
I should execute you for treason. What was this all about?
I deserve no forgiveness. But before you rightfully sentence me, please hear my plea. I was imprisoned, tortured, and mentally manipulated by these Xenos Reavers for a long time. Let me help you in your sanctified duty.
So they made you lure me into their trap.
You and others in the past. These monsters are plundering our worlds. We've been lost in the darkness, Inquisitor.
These Xenos have been allowed to carry on unchecked. They were already waiting for me on the relay station, and set up the trap here in no time. What is their secret, Cardinal?
I have no idea, I swear. But they know everything. Their ways are efficient. Terrible, but efficient.
Inquisitor, Category 5.8 fluctuations in the Immaterium in your vicinity.
A warp gate?
Pattern is consistent with the Dark Eldar webway portals.
Cardinal, we have not finished. Find a shelter nearby.
That was a commendable act of retaliation, Inquisitor. Now, you should execute that treacherous worm of a priest.
The Dark Elder are masters of torture and manipulation. Yet he managed to break their thrall over him and warn me. He was almost begging for judgment.
Weakness is like the rot. Once it sets in, it's only a matter of time until it destroys everything.
Once the Imperium lost the Aureus system, these worlds fell prey to a great menace. You can't execute everyone who couldn't resist the powers of the Drukhari.
Inquisitor, the Etheric Alpha Spectrometer finished the analysis of the warp signatures detected around the last Drukhari webway portal.
Tell me that this is leading somewhere. I'll be quite dissatisfied if I cannot deliver judgment upon those who are responsible for the destruction in this system.
Xenorite triangulation subroutines identified the same signatures on a deserted void station in the system. Note that this method is considered as a grade Gamma tech heresy.
I need results, Omicron. I don't care about your meddling with Xenorite technology.
Statement recorded for future reference. On the subject, Etheric triangulation subroutines identified familiar signatures on a deserted void station. 90.7% probability that the webway gate was opened from these coordinates.
Then we have a long, exhausting piece of work ahead of us in this accursed system. Tech Priest. This abandoned station is definitely used by the Dark Elder. I can finally pay my regards to their leaders.
You should be reminded that the Drukhari use the arteries of the webway that can offer them a swift escape.
Indeed. They also need solid webway gates to transport human slaves to their otherworldly bastions. There must be something vital to their plans I can destroy around here.
Warp signatures indicate that this contraption is used as an anchor between real space and the webway.
It's high time to seal the gates then. Let's see how they react.
How dare you to interfere with our work, you arrogant monkey!
Oh, look who has crawled back to receive judgment.
I will cut out your tongue for your disrespect. I am one of the cabal of the Jagged Maze. We are the masters of the dark pathways that lead to the Sunless Camorra. You cannot stop us.
Stop what? You're kidnapping Imperial citizens. You are nothing but cowards.
Kidnapping? That's endearing. We have taken millions of your kind, you fool. You have abandoned entire worlds and let us prey upon the remaining human cattle. I should thank you for that.
The Emperor doesn't abandon anyone. I am here to stop your foul machinations.
You are only wasting your time, creature. The hidden webway tunnels spread wide beyond the veil of your subsector. We go wherever we wish.
Then you should return to your true master and frolic at the feet of Slaanesh.
For this, I will show you the true meaning of pain.
Admirable work, Inquisitor. I wish you could bring that Xenok's corpse to me. My vibroscalpels thirst for Drukhari blood.
This kind of personal commitment is somewhat unexpected.
The Dark Elder are an elusive race we rarely have the chance to study. Consider my wish a professional curiosity, with a hint of personal vengeance.
One day I'll find out why you did it, Taurus. Now you know so much about me. Psycho. Who are you?
My name is Thrall. I think I was a sanctioned psyker, formerly in the service of the planetary governor.
Why did the Xenos spare you?
They tortured me. They have broken me. I was their bloodhound. They used me to sniff out high-ranking Imperials like you.
So, this is how they knew about my every move.
I had dreams about you. I felt your burning dedication. I felt your wrath. They were afraid of you, you know.
You could have warned me telepathically.
I guess. Yes. I can remember the last time I had thoughts and decisions. There was just the pain and the lack of pain.
The place has been cleaned. The reavers of the Cabal of the Jagged Maze have been stopped. I consider this operation a success.
I probably don't need to remind you that Cabals send out numerous raiding parties. If this murderous witch told you the truth, there must be other Dark Elder forces working in other isolated regions of the subsector, trying to enslave whole worlds.
I'm counting on that, actually. We should teach them a lesson while they think they are safe. But for now, my work here is done. Magos, I need an explanation why you, as a Genitor, are so well versed in the forbidden Drukhari lore.
And you're absolutely right. I told you that all of this was classified, but for the sake of transparency, I will tell you the truth. I grew up on a small mining colony that fell prey to a Dark Elder raiding party. They took me to an homunculus laboratory. I don't want to go into details. Suffice to say that creature experimented on me, testing the effects of various drugs on the human physique. I was rescued by an Adeptus Mechanicus strike force, who spent a long time studying the various substances in my system. Eventually, I joined their ranks, but I could never forget the atrocities of that despicable Xenox race.
It is indeed a remarkable story. Rest assured, Magos, the time of your reckoning has come.
Inquisitor, you have a message from the Caligari Conclave.
I've been expecting this for a while. My job is not done in this subsector.
Inquisitor, I require your expertise once again. The pacification of the Triglav subsector is still underway, and the Astra Militarum forces are occupied on various worlds where long isolation steered billions away from the path of righteousness. Meanwhile, Lord Bertram, the governor of the Clamoris system, has reported an attack by Xenos raiders on his palace. In light of your recent discoveries in the Aureus system, I strongly suspect that this might be the handiwork of the Dark Elder again. The Clamoris system is the administrative center of the subsector, and we need to act immediately. He won't last until the Imperial forces arrive. I want you to save the governor, otherwise we have another chaotic situation on our hands.
Captain, any luck with establishing contact with the governor?
No. The raiders must use a Xenos scrambling device. That was also the reason why we couldn't send you closer to the palace. At least I think that's what the tech priest told me in his lecture.
I'll try to get closer to the palace then. By the Emperor. An engine of pain.
Show no mercy. It is the pinnacle of the homunculi's foul art. A torture device turned into a weapon of war. That was the work of a mad genius. Even with my extensive knowledge of organic and inorganic modifications, I wouldn't dare to contemplate resorting to the dark arts that could create something like that.
These sentient machines serve some cruel masters. It is not a simple raiding party.
We're picking up weak Vox signals from the palace. Try to get closer, Inquisitor.
Do I have to talk into this device, my dear servant person? Splendid. I am Lord Bertram Cordiano, the governor of this world. Politician, poet, and lover. I require help immediately.
You are addressing an agent of the Holy Inquisition.
Capital. Then you must be the perfect candidate for this task. These filthy Xenos are trying to break into my palace. And honestly, this ruckus is getting truly terrifying. They have these grotesque machines that scream and kill, and we are entirely powerless against them. Only a couple of flimsy barricades are left between them and my precious presence.
Or just kill one. I'll do. Captain, I want you to keep all battle stations manned and initiate emergency warp drive protocols.
What happened? Do we have to leave in a hurry?
I strongly suspect that this wasn't a strike against the governor, but a coordinated invasion of the entire planet. We should be prepared for all contingencies. Reloading. Teleport beacon in range.
Not that I would like to appear ungrateful, but we are in a bit of a pickle here. I'm being told that these Xeno murder thing... Inquisitor, you have been victorious. You fought like Wrath incarnate. At least that's what I've heard. I admit I couldn't even look at the pick feed. The very sight of violence upsets the equilibrium of my humors. Inquisitor, as a prominent representative of the Imperium in the Triglav subsector, you have my eternal gratitude. And I support your cause with all the powers at my command.
I see you're making friends in high places, Inquisitor. We have received the official decree about your temporary appointment to acting military commander in the system.
The governor might seem like a ludicrous inbred, but he is true to his words.
Or he just realized he needs to keep you here for a bit longer. The Dark Elder launched a global attack on Clamora's Prime. The situation is critical.
The Drukhari is like vermin. It is about time to face them on a proper battlefield.
Speaking of battlefields, you might want to consider bringing in some reinforcements. I was thinking about the Free Blade Knight, the Crimson Wanderer.
It is a sensible idea, but I need your ship here.
Our good friend, Captain Grexus, is still in your debt. He could transport here Sir Ambrose Caradoc and his mighty war machine.
Fine. Send an astropathic message to the good captain. Former command center of the Planetary Defense Forces. Not much left to say.
The Dark Elder are the masters of subterfuge and ambush. These inexperienced soldiers have no chance against them.
The dispatches mentioned a newly arrived commissar in charge of reintegrating the troops into the Imperial war machine. He must be in command now.
Etheric triangulation subroutines identified familiar warp signatures again. A Drukhari webway gate is open in the area.
That must be the port of the Reaper. Transport their prisoners. That's useful information.
plan was nothing but a failed attempt to prove your worth.
It is only a filthy human. Do you really think this poorly of me?
I can sense the spark of burning zeal in this chunk of unadorned flesh. You are always underestimating the power of their belief. In any case, I will activate the pain catalysts while you are amusing yourself here.
You think you can challenge me, worthless human? I have destroyed entire civilizations before your kind crawled out into the void.
You can forget your empty theatrics. Your wizened master has already left, and I truly don't care.
You have killed an incubus, Inquisitor, on your own. A part of me is glad.
And I have destroyed their portal, although it might have been too late. The homunculus has escaped. I suspect you already know what that is.
Yes, I do. One of the ancient flesh sculptors, and he could be connected to the recent complications in Gladius Hive.
I'm on my way back. You can brief me on the ship. What is happening down there? The Vox channels went insane a few hours ago.
Instead of retreating as they are wont to do, the Dark Elder have begun to kill Imperial citizens in Gladius Hive. It's a massacre.
That wretched homunculus must be part of his plan. I must find that creature immediately. Dark Elder truly went on a rampage in the Hive.
It's most unusual. The Drukhari are sadistic, insane torturers, but their raids are methodical, almost surgical in execution. This mindless massacre looks almost random. Something odd is going on.
I have a feeling that whatever a pain catalyst is must be connected to this vile display of cruelty. I need to find that homunculus.
Send word to Lord Thiss. We've run out of time. He needs to accelerate the rate of extraction.
Couldn't find find any significant proof of life in the area. There is, however, a strange anomaly in the motive force in the vicinity.
Pain catalyst truly manipulates the life force. The anomaly could mark the location of that machine.
Loading! Loading!
Proven much more efficient than I expected, Ape. I wish we had more time. I could craft your pain-seared flesh into something more formidable, given your murderous talents.
I was formidable enough against your kin so far.
This is a cruel world. The weak must perish, especially if they were born amongst the mighty Drukari. That is the truth of my coven, the Coterie of Dissonance. But enough of your education, human.
this, human? What a waste of life essence and sweet suffering. But you leave me no choice. I need to release the energies.
Loading. Magos, do you have any idea what this unholy contraption could be?
Biotelemetry measures point to one plausible explanation. These Xenox devices seem to collect pain, fear, vitality, and negative energies released during battles and other acts of violence. Judging by the picked recording of your skirmish, the machines could also transfer the accumulated energy to the Drakari to revitalize them.
Must be the reason why they've begun murdering the entire population of this hive. They're charging their catalysts.
Triangulation is complete. I have the coordinates of the remaining pain catalysts. You should return to the ship immediately.
The planetary Vox chatter paints a disturbing picture of the situation. What are you going to do?
All the pain catalysts must be destroyed as soon as possible. But it will take weeks until the Astra Militarum reinforcements arrive. It will be too late by then.
I have the solution you need.
What is it?
Your old acquaintance, the Freeblade Knight called the Crimson Wanderer. Captain Grexus has safely landed on the planet. The pilot, Sir Ambrose Caradoc, is awaiting your orders.
The Emperor has blessed us. This changes everything. Put me through to Sir Caradoc and let me guide his war machine through those reavers.
Remember, Knight, that the existence of these pain catalysts is a sin against the machine god. A mockery of everything the Omnisire has taught us. The Auger scanners have successfully detected their location. Destroy them all.
A task worthy of my mighty war machine. Onwards! It is an honor to fight alongside you again. I have been wandering the Tenebra subsector for a while, employing my skills wherever they were needed. But this is where... Gruesome war machines. What are these?
Unholy fusion of metal and flesh, fueled by torment. You don't want to know more, sir, I assure you.
The Crimson Wanderer will deliver you from your pain, creature. Death. I swear to the Emperor. little contraption was no match for the Crimson Wanderer.
Captain, these are the Dark Elder, masters of terror and agony. And now they are ready to fight to their last breath. This task isn't complete yet.
Fear not! The blaze of the blessed furnaces and the thunder of my holy weaponry will banish these creatures from our world. Mutilated corpses. Grotesque heaps of flesh, piled up like a terrible offering to alien gods. These Xenos raiders deserve the Emperor's justice. Cowards and torturers, all of them.
So far is nothing but a glimpse of our mighty armies. Lay down your weapons and come to me begging for mercy. Otherwise you will perish miserably and watch your precious worlds burn. Leave this subsector to us and never return.
is complete. My heart is filled with pride. If you don't mind, Inquisitor, I will remain on this planet until the Xenos threat has been eliminated. The Crimson Wanderer is clearly needed here. But you must know that I will gladly answer your call again at any time in the future.
You have a message from the Conclave. That was quick. They must have followed this investigation very closely.
I am very satisfied with the results of your investigation, Inquisitor. You have been relentless in your pursuit of these Xenos invaders and showed the Drukhari that the worlds of Imperium are not their hunting ground. Your report revealed your dissatisfaction over the number of human casualties. We are all aware that this is an inevitable consequence of the Dark Elder raids. The only defense against them is ruthless retaliation. They are a dying race, Inquisitor. They can't afford any great losses. I must also ask you to let the Ordos Xenos agents access the device you refer to as the Pain Catalyst. I'm sure their scholars will come up with a slightly less disturbing name during their research. Good work, Inquisitor. The Emperor protects.
Inquisitor, the Caligari Conclave has sent you an urgent message.
Inquisitor, I have an assignment for you that might be connected with the previous investigations in the subsector. We have a situation in the Rotwang system, which is one of the systems that have been affected more significantly by long isolation. The Administratum still hasn't been able to re-establish communications with the Rotwang planetary governor. They could only reach some mid-ranking prefects who voiced all kinds of excuses. The Imperium cannot tolerate this kind of attitude. What is even more troubling, an envoy of the Milarium Tempestus, led by Lord Commissar Scarherds, has disappeared after visiting the Governor's Palace on the Void Station Dicaster. The Commissar is one of your acquaintances from a prior mission, if I am not mistaken. I want you to travel to Rotwang, interrogate the Governor, and locate the Lord Commissar. The Emperor protects.
Inquisitorial clearance codes and binary rosette, ready for transmission.
If there is one thing I've learned from my previous encounters, if you suspect any Dark Elder presence, it's better to arrive unannounced.
Request noted. Monitoring of the adjacent segment of the Void in progress. Traffic around the Void Station is scarce. Vox channels are silent.
Considering that this orbital palace is the seat of the Governor, it's more than suspicious. I'm going straight to the Governor's private chamber. I have no time for polite meddlings.
Inquisitor, what an honor to have you here. How may I be of service?
Take me to the Governor. Now.
I'm terribly sorry, but the Governor is indisposed. May I suggest that you wait for him in the Red Salon until he gets dressed?
I won't wait. Open the door, you will regret it.
If you insist. Yes. Please enter.
That was unexpected. Captain, do you copy? Check Briggs. Sorry. If you destroyed my ship, my vengeance will know no bounds. I swear even you will learn a thing or two about pain. the Xenos have only jammed communications in this room. Heading out, trying to establish Fox contact again.
Throughout the entire complex. Evacuation is impossible. Proceed to the hangar. Warning. Dark Eldar presence has been multiplied significantly.
For the Emperor!
Evacuation vessel inbound. Defense systems deactivated via Inquisitorial override codes. Did you execute your primary objectives?
No. The Governor is dead and the Lord Commissar is still missing. But I have information that could lead me to his current whereabouts. See you on the ship. The Governor has been dead for a while now. The Xenos are clearly using the palace as a facade and manipulate the entire system through the formal channels of the Imperial administration. They have enlisted the aid of traitors and dragged off others to a prison camp.
And that's where we're going now, right?
You know me too well, Captain. If the Lord Commissar is alive, he could be there.
You are entering a Dark Elder prison camp. You must be aware that you're going to witness the true depths of depravity these creatures are capable of.
The Emperor's will I carry will illuminate my way. With blaze.
Inquisitor,
Just imagine my joy. You did decide to visit my little Palace of Delights. You will be a nice addition to my collection of screaming statues.
I have already disposed of one of your fellow flesh-crafting abominations.
Yes, I have heard about that. Am I angry? Not really. He was my second in command in the Covenant. Let me tell you a little secret. Whatever happened to him, he deserved that. But enough of empty threats.
My thoughts exactly. Reloading.
Visitor? Pain is the most exquisite spice in our hollow existence. Pain nourishes our withered souls, keeps us vital and strong, staving off the darkest fate imaginable. But your kind is using pain like a simple, blunt tool. Such a waste. Trying very hard to make me kill you, but I don't want you to die a swift death. What would be the pleasure in that?
Lord Commissar, you are alive.
My anger and my stubbornness kept me alive. Inquisitor, you should prepare for an ambush.
all right?
As soon as I have a chance to bash some Xenos' heads, I will be right as the rain.
What happened?
I was captured in the governor's palace. Never saw him coming. These creatures are crafty mongrels, I'll give them that.
I couldn't agree more.
They killed my men but brought me here. Turns out my soul is as strong as steel. I should take it as a compliment, I suppose. And they need strong people for the process. That's how they called it. We are all catalysts, whatever that means.
They're building infernal machines here, and I have unfinished business with the monster in command here.
That disgusting old creature has a laboratory here. I don't have fond memories of the place. You will probably find him there.
I'm on my way. I cannot allow him to escape. Stay here until my retinue arrives.
I'd rather find a weapon, if you don't mind, and see what I can do to these monsters until then. Good luck, Inquisitor.
I am so disappointed in you, Inquisitor. You destroyed my playthings and made a huge mess of this place.
Now I have the cheek to destroy you as well.
You also set back my research considerably. Therefore, I have decided to kill you after all. That is unfortunate. I was just getting accustomed to this body.
I'm afraid this webway gate is the only clue left. Any ideas, Tech Priest?
The Eldari webway is way too complex to survey by conventional ways.
And what about unconventional ways?
Etheric triangulation may be a suitable method to locate matching warp patterns in a very limited range.
Do your best, Tech Priest. If there are any other Drukhari forces left in this system, I must find them.
Analysis of the warp signatures recorded at the portal is now complete.
And where does the portal lead?
To an inconceivably complex, constantly changing extra-dimensional labyrinth that even our blessed technology is unable to explore.
You don't say. For a second there I thought you were describing the webway.
Voice analysis detected traces of sarcasm. Shall I activate the socio-linguistic subroutine?
That won't be necessary. So where is the other exit?
Correction. There is an almost infinite number of other exits. Assumption. You want me to narrow the range parameter to the Rotwang system. There is one exit.
I want the coordinates now. We need to get there as soon as possible. Tech Priest, your calculations were correct. This must be the last remaining Drukhari hideout in the Rodwaying system.
The calculations are always correct. Usually missing data corrupts the equation. Suggested course of action. Initiate purgation protocols.
This is the Viper's Nest. I might need some reinforcements if the situation gets out of control. Tell my men to stand by. Loading. Reloading.
It's the human beast. We should leave, Archon.
Don't be a fool! Without the paint sculptor, we stay and fight! Activate the Demented!
This cabal is clearly losing battle. Why are they staying? What am I missing?
These creatures are very consistent, even in their cruelty. Their cabals are waging constant battles amongst themselves, and the punishment for failure is worse than death.
They must be protecting something very important.
That would be my guess as well.
That must be the fabled Demented. A fitting name for a creation of an insane mind.
Sensors indicate an inner chamber in your vicinity. Proceed cautiously.
What has happened to you, creature? Did you fall from grace?
I am not afraid to admit that I require your assistance, even if you are a member of an inferior race. I am Malach, and you should know that I am the genius who conceived the prototype for the mighty pain catalysts.
That would be enough reason to kill you right here.
A short-sighted but ultimately understandable sentiment. My work was understandably desired by many, and the cabal of the Jagged Maze sent a coterie of dissonants to kidnap me. They locked me up and tortured me, until I built them the first pain catalysts.
I thought your kind isn't bothered by pain.
There is a mild discomfort. However, they started to take away things from me. Memories, abilities, organs. And they destroyed my invaluable bestiary. It contained the most extraordinary specimen. For that, they deserve all the suffering in this bleak universe.
Tell me, why should I care?
We have common enemies, Inkvizítor. Let me, through the webway gate and my coven, the prophets of flesh, will do anything in our power to destroy the Jagged Maze.
They've been wiped out from these systems.
You are a fool if you believe that you've seen the last of them. But you are not a fool, are you? But their defeat and humiliation undermines their positions. There is nothing more dangerous in our society than any sign of weakness. Let me exist, and I will be the herald of their failure.
Mission complete. I'm heading back to the ship now.
Have you successfully eradicated the Xenox threat?
For the moment, I've dealt a mighty blow to one of their despicable cabals. These worlds are safe for now. But I'm afraid that this is not the end. Far from it.
Inquisitor, you have an urgent message from the Caligari Conclave.
It's been a while. I was starting to wonder if they had forgotten about me.
Inquisitor, the Conclave is requesting your assistance in an urgent matter. We have lost contact with the sacred archives of the Ranielli Navigator House. They are our first and foremost source of information in the sector about warp surges, shipping routes, and star systems. Reports indicate that their headquarters was struck by an ambush by Chaos forces. The data vaults of their headquarters store confidential information that cannot be allowed to get into wrong hands. The Ranielli House asked us to intervene on their behalf. We need you to find out what happened there and secure the archives by any means necessary.
This
looks really bad, Inquisitor. The whole archives fell silent. We don't hear any vox chatter, and there was no attempt to contact us.
Presumably, the vault could be intact, though.
Let's hope so. The Raniellis are the most influential house amongst the Navigator clans in the sector, mostly due to their vast collection of navigational maps and secrets.
I'm heading to the data vault. I suppose I'll soon find out which traitorous mongrel wanted these secrets so badly.
Inquisitor, your timing is impeccable, and quite unfortunate.
You have made a mistake by this incursion, traitorous scum. All you can find here is a swift death.
Appreciate the irony of this situation, lapdog of the false emperor. You have stumbled upon something that doesn't concern your precious Imperium at all.
Your intrusion here alone would justify my presence here.
I find your lack of curiosity distressing, but not surprising. Die then!
Entry. So the word-bearers are ransacking the archive of the most influential navigators in the sector. Considering that these traitors are always on the hunt for secret knowledge, this is clearly beyond a simple raid. Let's find out what this is. Loading!
By the Emperor, we have been saved.
What a disgrace! How dare you flee from battle? You are a craven, not worthy to the uniform.
Inquisitor, we are begging for your mercy. We are simple soldiers, and when we saw those abominations, laughing and killing everyone, taunting us, we couldn't face them anymore.
You can still redeem yourselves. Join me in the glorious purge. Otherwise, I will execute you here on the spot. A second chance is a rare gift, soldiers. Don't waste it.
At your command.
Whatever you were trying to achieve here, traitor, it is over.
What a shame, Inquisitor. Sadly, you will not believe me. But with this folio, I will not only bring justice to those who deserve it, but I will aid your pitiful cause. In a way.
Lies and empty promises. That's all your kind can offer.
Pity. You of all humans should understand our cause. This is about vengeance and blood. Concepts you and your despot ruler must be familiar with.
I've had enough of your blasphemy. Perish! For the Emperor! Found a warp folio with the leader of these abominations. A collection of navigational charts and warp routes leading to an unfamiliar system in the Agatha subsector.
It doesn't sound like the terrible and ancient secret you expected.
Do you know anything about a certain Gaylord system, Captain?
I have never heard about it, and trust me, I know that subsector. I will have the tech priest execute a litany of information retrieval.
You do that, Captain.
Inquisitor, the Argus scans show that the remaining hostiles are fleeing towards the teleportarium, probably with more stolen valuables.
I'm on my way. They won't escape. I've found some kind of a shrine, Captain. But I'm not familiar with this saint.
This should be a shrine dedicated to Saint Columban, patron saint of navigators and the more amicable road traders in the sector, if you know what I mean.
Who was this man?
A legendary missionary and explorer. Travelers pray to him when they're lost in the warp.
I expect that on my ship, you are praying to the God Emperor, Captain.
Most certainly, Inquisitor. Most certainly.
Ready to fight!
Loading!
Inquisitor, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with the captain. I must strongly warn you to avoid the Gaylord system.
And what would you know about that system, Sergeant?
I am a Stormwater Space Marine. We are the protectors of the sector, and we're aware of all the forbidden places. The darkest corners of the void. No one should enter.
And the Gaylord system is one of those destinations.
I strongly advise you to forget you ever heard that name.
Sir, I strongly advise you not to tell me what I should do.
You are late, pitiful mortal. As always.
We'll see about that, abomination.
We have updated the navigational charts with the currently traversable routes to the Argatha subsector.
Good.
Don't leave just yet. You have message from the Conclave.
On behalf of the Ronielli Navigator House, we want to acknowledge the work you did to secure the data vaults. With thorough consecration protocols, the place can serve its purpose again. We have also received your report on the destroyed word bearers and the warp folio. We know you are eager to follow the trail to the Gwylot system, but we must strictly discourage you from pursuing this line of investigation. Even on your clearance level, I cannot divulge more information. But rest assured that there is no immediate threat. Good work, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor is right. As I've told you, the Storm Watchers keep an inventory of the forbidden places in the sector, and the Gwylot system is one of those.
But you can't tell me why.
Alas, no. It is confidential knowledge, privy to our Grand Master only. But these warnings have been passed along for generations for a reason. We must heed them.
Let me reiterate the facts for you. We have the Word-Bearers ransacking a Navigator House for a secret warp folio, which leads to a lost system in the subsector where they intend to unleash some sort of vengeance. If this doesn't merit an investigation, what does?
The star system is not on the charts, and you don't even know their exact destination in that system.
I had the tech priest use all the information from the warp folio. I'll spare you the details about extrapolating real space positions from immaterial tangents.
I see. He deciphered the exact coordinates from the warp data contained in the folio.
And now you have a location.
You want to ignore the warnings of the Lord Inquisitor?
I respect the authority of the Conclave, but I am an autonomous agent. The only power above me is the sacred will of the Emperor. Looks abandoned. Even the emergency systems are down.
It was to be expected. You are in an extremely ancient military outpost. I strongly suspect that it used to belong to the Adeptus Astartes.
Interesting. Which chapter?
I have no idea. According to the tech priest, the logs have been scrubbed clean, and the automatic systems just transmit a jumble of incomprehensible hymns.
It surely fits your gloomy legends nicely.
There must be a reason why this location has been deleted from all archives.
I restore the power first, then we will see. Loading! The automated systems also get them. That is a definite sign.
This must be the Great Hall. Battle Brothers used to gather here to feast and celebrate the glorious victories. There should be a terminal nearby where you can turn back the power.
You were right, Thorn. This was indeed the Great Hall.
By the Emperor, look at the statues, Inquisitor. Look at them.
What is this? Are these Storm Watcher statues?
They are. This outpost belongs to my chapter. This is simply unbelievable.
It is. How could you explain that one of your former fortifications has become a forbidden ruin?
I couldn't.
Why would your Grand Master keep the existence of this place a secret?
I don't know, Inquisitor, but I am willing to find out. Let me join you down there.
Patience, Thorn. First, I need to confirm that this is indeed a Stormwatcher outpost.
I have no doubts about this. And if you can find a terminal connected to the central data vault, you will see that I was right.
Blasphemous symbol of corn in some sort of a battle arena?
Blasphemy! Disgrace! Who dares defile our sacred halls?
Soon we'll know, I guess. Into a blood-soaked shrine of destruction.
Warning. According to the thrice-blessed ethereal instruments, increasing fluctuations have been detected in the warp. The pattern shows correlation with the motive force dispersion caused by battlefield casualties.
Let me translate this for my uninitiated mind. The more blood is spilled, the weaker the veil becomes between the real space and the warp.
Imprecise assessment, but correct on a basic level.
So, if I keep on killing the servants of Thorn, I risk some significant warp manifestations. Splendid news.
Phenomena filed away for later research.
Believe that these savages found our abandoned outpost and hold up there.
Don't jump to any conclusions, Sergeant. Who says that they come from the planet in the first place? This outpost used to be an important military base for Stormwatcher expeditions, left abandoned for millennia.
Inquisitor, new sensory data disproves your theory.
What are you talking about?
Sensors are picking up gradually increasing life signs from the lower levels, as if individual life forms are returning from deep hibernation.
Waking up from hibernation? Like the Space Marines with their membranes?
Bioscanners are identifying genetic markers shared by our Stormwatcher specimen on your bridge.
Did you hear that, Inquisitor? The Chaos Filth couldn't penetrate the secure levels. My battle brothers must be down there, in deep hibernation.
It is just a theory. Calm down, Thorn.
I must go down immediately.
I'm heading back to the ship. We'll talk about this before anyone would descend.
Inquisitor, you can't expect me to stay on this ship while you are investigating an ancient Stormwatcher outpost.
That is exactly what I expect of you.
I deserve a reasonable explanation.
Isn't it obvious? We have followed the trail from the word-bearers to find an ancient Stormwatcher outpost, tainted by Khorne, its existence evidently concealed from you and your battle brothers by your superior. This is more than suspicious.
Which is why you need my assistance more than ever.
Trust me, Thorn. The last thing I want in this convoluted situation is to keep an eye on a quick-tempered space marine with an agenda. You will have your chance to explore later. I'm in. Thorn, I need directions.
You're in the right place. This corridor leads to the armory, one of the most well-guarded areas in any Stormwatcher outpost. This is a safety measure, Inquisitor. The armory can only be accessed through sacred teleportariums, protected by the most holy incantations of our tech marines.
It makes sense that your battle brothers decided to withdraw there. Hopefully, the tech priest can disable those incantations.
I'm praying to the Emperor to guide your steps in the darkness.
You sound uncharacteristically tense, Sergeant.
I am one of the few survivors of a diminished chapter, Inquisitor. Can you imagine what it would mean to me to find my lost brothers out there?
Override is complete. Tech Priest, I need a swift scan.
Decontamination protocol active. Containment field deactivated. Teleport jammer deactivated.
This area was supposed to be untouched.
despicable filth, tainting everything that is sacred. Kill them, Inquisitor. Kill them!
Captain, fighting my way to the armor. The area is heavily infested. Captain, you copy? There's no trace of any storm waters around here. I need a new area scan. Whatever has just happened, it can't be good.
Yes, I am here, Inquisitor. We had some trouble on the bridge. You really need to keep your warhound on a tighter leash.
Watch your tone, Captain. Tell me what happened to you.
Caius Thorne is what happened to me. Since you left, he's been showing growing signs of agitation. Suddenly, he started to act violently. He forced the tech priest to set the teleportarium coordinates to the heart of Armory, and he just left.
Caius Thorne is down here. I need his location immediately.
He is deep in the bowels of this level. You will need to find the closest teleportarium and jump to the coordinates I'm sending you.
I'll be on my way.
I cannot tolerate this kind of disrespectful behavior on my ship. Not even from an angel of death.
Sergeant, I want you to stand down and wait for me. Answer me, Lord. Don't let your fervor overcome your sense of duty. For the Emperor! Beacon in range. I'm at the teleportarium.
Use the coordinates. Thorne is in the medical ward.
Inquisitor, warp fluctuations peaking in the target zone. Motive force dispersion on the increase. Warp anomalies inbound. Etheric disruption scanners are also picking up amplified warp energies, tearing apart the central hub of the station.
So, there's one big warp rift manifesting in the outpost. I'll need its exact location as soon as possible. doing down here?
Lashing out with the righteous fury of the Stormwatchers. Cleaning our sacred halls from the filth of Gorn.
How dare you to disobey my orders? I am the agent of the Holy Ordos, and I told you to stand down.
Do whatever you must do, Inquisitor. I couldn't stay behind. If my brothers are truly down here, I must find them, or avenge them.
I understand that you are craving for answers, but I must warn you, Thorn. You might not like the answers you'll find.
Let us clear out the apothecary chamber. Then we can talk.
Dodge this.
Up from our cold slumber. You must pay with blood and pain.
What slumber? Were you the ones? No, this can't be.
Your pathetic masters have fooled you.
Who are you, creature?
We are the Ravagers on the Seas of Souls. We are the mighty Void Rippers, and hell trembles in our wake. This is our fortress.
Liar! This is a Stormwatcher outpost. Where are my battle brothers, creature?
Standing in front of you. We are the Void Rippers, and we thought that you were all dead, little brother.
Lies. Let the Emperor's wrath fill my heart. Perish!
Loading. What in the name of the Emperor was that, Thorn?
I honestly don't know, Inquisitor. I swear, I've never even heard of this traitorous legion.
Me neither. This is truly uncanny.
Permission to interrupt the emotionally charged social interaction. Requested triangulation of the fixed warp anomaly in the central hub is complete. Location confirmed.
We'll return to the bridge first. Then I'll deal with the warp rift. Thorn, this is far from over. You should be harshly reprimanded for your disobedience.
I am willing to face the consequences of my thoughtless actions. As part of my penitence, I want to help you clear out this infested outpost.
We should focus on that warp rift down there.
Like a gaping, festering wound of the world, it shall be destroyed.
Tech Priest.
Warp anomaly shows signs of increased activity. Hostile presence is rapidly growing in the target area.
By the Emperor. Those Void Rippers are returning from wherever hellhole they were hiding in the Immaterium.
Rapid response advised.
Inquisitor, before we wade into righteous battle, allow me to tell you that I regret the rash decision that I made earlier.
Discuss that incident some other time.
But you must accept that I am an adeptus
Deck Race, I need instructions to destroy the gate.
Analysis complete. Local immaterial intrusion has already destabilized the surrounding real space segment. Any further impairment could be disastrous.
Are you suggesting we cannot destroy the gate from this side?
Correct. However, active maintenance charms in the logs prove the existence of corrupted anchor machines on this level.
Wait, this outpost has been anchored to the real space by those rare arcane mechanical contraptions of the cult Mechanicus?
Indeed. Structural analysis suggests alternative approach. Destroy the machines instead of the gate.
I like the idea. Instead of keeping the outpost here, we should kick it back to the wall.
Coordinates X-loaded to your data slate.
Sacred murder.
This nest of vipers, even if we obliterate all the secrets of Stormwatchers.
This is a tough decision. These halls are sacred, even with all the depravities we have seen here.
This is not negotiable.
Acknowledged. But I'd rather stay here and stem the tide of these void trippers.
I know you want answers, Sergeant, but don't let them fool you with their lies.
Trust me, Inquisitor. Only my bolter will be doing the talking now.
Inquisitor, Cogitator Theta 12 in your vicinity expels corrupted machine spirit emanation. More data required. You have reached the first of the sacred Empyrean anchors.
Now, tell me how I should destroy this gargantuan machine.
Use of violent force deemed impractical. Access the Cogitator for manual control and initiate E-Override Canticle. From the tech heresy we are committing.
I had
You have arrived to the sacred anchor chamber. The protocol is the same, Inquisitor. fluctuation reaching critical levels. Immediate evacuation advised.
I'm not leaving without Thorn.
Illogical. The outpost is drifting into the warp, causing serious interference with the teleportarium signals. The Astartes is a valuable tool, but the calculated risk...
I'm afraid this equation is beyond your understanding, Omicron. Prepare to get us out. I've returned to Thor. We are ready to move out.
Recalculating teleportarium coordinates. Factoring in warp fluctuations.
Hurry up, Priest.
Recoil on speed.
What a precious gift from the Blood God.
Just wait until you receive my gift from the Emperor.
The Corpse Emperor has no power here. I give you a truce. Take it as a gift. Once we were one, brother. Then we ascended and spared you the disgrace of cowardice and killed each and every one of you.
Shut your lying mouth, abomination. I will watch you bleed out with pleasure.
Blood must be spared, yes. It seems that we were negligent. A mistake which must be corrected.
Stand down, Thor. Tech Priest, take us out of here.
I will kill you, creature.
I hope you will try, brother.
Thorn, you have openly disobeyed my direct orders and put the entire mission into jeopardy. You shall be judged and sentenced for that. You are acting rashly and irresponsibly, Sergeant. But I understand your motivation, and I am willing to let off your punishment this time.
I am honored, Inquisitor. You can always count on my help. You have my word for it.
Inquisitor, you have a message from the Conclave, a quite agitated one, it seems. It gave the astropath nightmares and fits.
I was expecting something like this. Let me hear it.
Inquisitor, while we commend the successful purge of the Khorne infestation, we are also extremely displeased with the way you handled the fallout of the Ranielli incident. Not only did you openly defy our order, you have also initiated a new conflict in the subsector. There is a reason why the entire existence of the Stormwatchers is a highly classified secret. As you have already concluded, the Void Rippers are former traitorous Stormwatchers who fled the warp millennia ago, in the belief that all their brethren perished. Then they began their insane crusades. They are now aware of their existence again and launched an offensive against the secret Stormwatcher homeworld in the Tarantia system. Travel to the Ascalon Hive world, meet the Grand Master of the chapter in his bastion, and help them sort out this mess.
These are the coordinates the Conclave provided. Meanwhile, all scanners and Vox transmissions confirm that this hive is under attack by Chaos forces.
What is this place exactly, Thor?
Our place
place of remembrance.
We are steel. We are doomed. We are fighting for our world. Inquisitor, whatever you wanted must wait. I'm quite busy, as you can see.
And here I was thinking that the Stormwatchers are spread so thin that they won't refuse the assistance of the Holy Orders.
We are spread thin because of the growing demands of the Holy Orders. And now, I received word that our gene seed repository is under attack.
Asking permission to join the battle, sir.
Permission granted. Welcome home, brother. Clean this bastion of filth while we move out to defend the repository.
You will not ignore me, Grandmaster. The Inquisition embodies the blessed will of the Emperor. Show more respect.
Don't dare question my devotion to the Imperium. I respect your rank, but we have no time for pleasantries. Feel free to join our brother in the glorious carnage.
We have located 3 separate groups of hostiles in the area. Show them no mercy. Inquisitor, couldn't you leave this affair to the Adeptus Astartes?
Between you and me, Captain, word from our men may clash. I might still be in peace. That's the mistake.
If you are jumping straight into a planetary invasion, can I suggest that at least you call in some appropriate assistance again?
Referring to our friend, the noble Sir Ambrose Terran.
The pilot of the Crimson Wanderer, indeed.
The idea. Contact him tonight and make the necessary arrangements. Eliminated. Good start. Work is far from done here.
the sector.
Second troop of hostiles has been wiped out.
I'm ready to move against the last man.
Full-scale invasion staged in the local void port, and we are tied up in Sector Zeta.
I could be of some assistance.
Honestly, any help would be most welcome, Inquisitor. I will send you the details.
Looting.
Scum has launched a global invasion. We have called in several Imperial Guard regiments from nearby planets to gain time until our brothers return. While we are securing the central towers, we need you to purge the entrance to the void port. They have dug among the ancient machines.
Ready to fight! Die, maggots, die! Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen!
The Emperor protects. The void ship transporting the Crimson Wanderer is now on orbit.
Tell Sir Caradon to prepare the desperate in that glorious war.
Barak, build at your command.
Loading.
parts of the dataset show discrepancies in the signals of the local Vox stations. Deduction. The traitors have utilized these towers, and they are calling down orbital strikes.
Destroy them as soon as possible.
They think we are the traitors, but you should ask your masters if you want to know more.
The Emperor is my only master. Never forget that, especially in the light of my recent discoveries on that outpost.
You are still questioning my devotion to the Imperium. I'd suggest you stop that, Inquisitor.
This world must be very important. Where you select the best warriors from the population, then mold them into storm watchers, right?
Correct. And they still don't know anything about our secrets. We thought the secrets would protect them. We were wrong.
Chances for incoming orbital strikes reduced significantly.
In other words, they've mobilized an entire army against us.
We are moving out to face hordes upon hordes of traitors, demons, and heretical filth. What a glorious way to sacrifice our lives.
May I suggest another solution?
Are you mocking me, Inquisitor?
By no means, Grandmaster. I have a free Blade Knight at my service, and the Crimson Wanderer is ready to clear the path through the waves of these monstrosities.
Operator of this blessed engine of destruction, let the Omnissiah guide you through this confrontation. Be machine and man one as intended.
I can hardly wait. In destruction, we will be one.
Exloading the parameters of your assignment to the tactical cogitator. Your task is to eliminate the hostile presence in the target area.
I'm looking at the missive as we speak. As I see, I'll also have to reach the fort and deploy a teleport beacon for the Inquisitor at the gate. Understood.
Be warned. The fort is the epicenter of expanding warp anomalies. That must be the source of this Empyrean incursion. complex data modules, Khorne will prioritize the free flow of motive force. Self-preservation is irrelevant for its followers.
I deeply condemn this type of barbarism and mindless destruction in any contest of power. It makes my work easier, though.
Resources is a sin against the machine god on its own.
One more reason to cleanse this place. Let the weapons of the Crimson Wanderer consume these ruins with furious fire. cogitators are all over the chart. What's happening?
You have entered the zone tainted by the warp anomaly, located in the target area. All navigational instruments have a 98.7% chance of being affected by Empyrean disruption. Blasphemy! A blessed war machine tainted by the excrement of the Imperium.
That must be Abraxas, the Rampager. I have heard tales about this demonic monstrosity.
Follow your primary function, Operator.
I will. These knights have abandoned the gifts bestowed upon them by the Omnisire. They must perish. Deployed the teleport beacon. Inquisitor, you are most welcome to join the battle. I will be guarding the gates while you do the Emperor's work in the fort.
Crimson Wanderer. The gate of the fort has been secured. I'm moving in.
We are approaching from the north, culling the wave of the unclean. I strongly advise that you wait for the storm watches before you enter.
Until that warp gate is tearing a hole into the fabric of reality, we don't have the luxury of delay.
Inquisitor. These abominations here are putting up quite a fight, but we are moving ahead.
Give them no quarter, Grandmaster. I'm taking care of the situation down here. Let's say that we will meet at the destroyed gate.
Are you willing to bet, Inquisitor, that it will be us who will reach that damned gate first?
Should we make this skirmish even more interesting? So be it.
to the tactical calculations, factoring in the current vector of incoming hostiles, the probability of the Stormwatcher's contingent reaching the fort is 8.34%.
They'll Space Marines, comrades. Make this work, believe me. Loading. How are you faring, Grandmaster?
We have lost some battle brothers in this living hell, but our march is unstoppable.
In this case, I won't bother you.
War is more than simple arithmetic, Inquisitor, but I don't blame you. Even our own tech Marines tend to forget that.
Considering that you are still knee-deep in the dead outside, I don't know if that was a compliment or not.
Initiating teleport sequences. Meet us in the northern corner.
Stormwatchers, spread out. Pacify the port. Kill each and every traitor you find. This area is mine. Go!
What was this all about?
That mockery of the Grand Master, the leader of the Void Rippers, is very close. We need to take care of that creature for good.
I see. You don't want your brothers to accidentally learn the secret of the Void Rippers.
You, of all servants of the Emperor, should know that truth is a blade that needs to be sheathed sometimes to serve you better.
Well met, brother. Gorn is pleased with the carnage we caused. It's a shame it must end now.
You are not even worthy of dying by my hands. I might leave your fate to the agent of the Imperium here.
I see that there is only two of you. Unfortunate. The Blood Guard is expecting a duel. We must even the odds.
I never thought that I'd see you manifesting something akin to honor.
Your kind has never understood what it takes to be a real warrior. 2 against 2. This is how it shall be done.
haste.
This war has only just begun. You know, I'm not used to showering praise, but I want to thank you for everything you've done here.
You know, I'm not used to asking for anything, but now I'd like to ask you a favor.
An Inquisitor, asking for a favor. Now I have seen everything.
I'm only trying to be polite. Brother Caius Thorn has been a part of my retinue for a while now. He has proven himself a very useful asset. I wish to employ his services in the future.
Sergeant Thorn is a dedicated warrior and a very capable Stormwatcher. We could put his abilities to good use here, but I'm not in the position to refuse your request. Especially not after such a glorious day. So be it.
May the Emperor be with you, Grandmaster. We will meet again, I'm certain of that.
Inquisitor, Caius Thorn reporting for duty. I have received my orders from the Grand Master, and I'm ready to fight by your side again.
It is an honor to have you back in my retinue, Sergeant. Just be more careful with those reckless acts of heroism in the future, all right?
Duly noted. It will not happen again.
Even if your own past comes back to haunt you.
The truth about the Void Rippers rattled me. I can't deny that. But it also gives me strength to defeat those traitors.
Your own superiors kept you in the darkness. Does this trouble you?
They had their reasons. The end justifies the means.
I approve of your attitude, Thorn. The Inquisition needs you.
The Conclave has sent you a message, Inquisitor.
We are satisfied with the results of this investigation, Inquisitor. You have successfully rectified the mishaps of the previous assignment on the outpost, and you have been relentless in your battle against the Void Rippers. I fear, though, that from now on we must reckon with the Void Ripper presence in the sector. Still, you reminded those traitors that Imperial worlds are not bare fields of carnage, and they had better crawl back to whatever hellhole they found for themselves in the Immaterium. I suppose I need not remind you that the existence of the Storm Watchers and the location of their recruiting world is still highly classified information that you must keep safe at all costs. Good work, Inquisitor. The Emperor protects.